Looking like out here. Had a good rain yesterday for a couple hours. I think it rained again last night. Uh, Everything's looking pretty good. Squash are doing good. Got more squash to eat now. Still got some in the refrigerator. Uh, Probably enough for 2 days there. Hear them bees out here on the squash blossoms. Yeah, there's more of them down here. Eat a lot of squash. That's good. Yellow squash. Can't remember which ones are which. We got some straight neck and some crook neck yellow squash. I don't even know what this one is. I know it's a squash, but I don't remember which kind it is. It might be butternut. It got thrown in here because when the squash are small, you can't really tell what they are. It's okra here. Should have some more okra. We just had some in some pinakbet yesterday. It was good. And there's some on here I got to cut already. Once your squash or okra starts producing, you need to cut it almost every day. And wear gloves because it'll make your hands itch. I know we got a zucchini down here somewhere, but I don't remember which one it is. I've got I talked to somebody the other day, and they told me to come pick peas at their house. They planted earlier. These things are only about a month and a half old, maybe a month. Just over a month since we planted them. Cherry tomatoes down here. Got these from my buddy Jerry. We did a taste test the other day. Had some other cherry tomatoes over there. These ones down here, definitely, the ones we got from Jerry definitely tasted better than the other ones. I don't know where the wife got them, at one of them stores. Don't remember where, but these ones taste better. Probably a different variety, but still. That's our cucumbers over here. Hear them bees going crazy. There's a little bee right there doing his little bee thing. It's taro over here. They're doing good. And eggplants. Shiso or perilla. Things growing like crazy. It's okay fresh. It's good in soup. We put some in some chicken canola the other day, which is basically stewed chicken. Added some in there. The leaves, it's good in there. Made chicken canola with sayote. It's good with sayote in there. It's better with papaya, but it was good. More eggplant. Sage down here. Tomatoes, 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 tomatoes with some basil mixed in between the plants there. Basil gives it a nice flavor on the tomatoes. Helps keep the bugs down. I think this tomato here was the one we got that's growing wild. That it tastes okay, but it definitely didn't taste as good as the other cherry tomatoes. Peppers. And I guess we had some sweet potatoes that were growing in a box, and she popped the pop the shoots into the ground here, so we got little sweet potatoes growing in between there. Not so much for the potatoes. I like to eat the leaves off of them. They're tasty. Got some banana peppers growing here, and I think jalapenos. I think that's regular bell pepper there. Yeah, that's regular bell pepper. I think these are I think those are the regular Black Beauty eggplant there. Those other ones down at the other end are like Ichiban or Pintong Long Asian eggplants. Let's check out our beans on the trellis here. Oh, these things are growing good now. I think we've already got some beans on here, I think, somewhere. The wife said we did. There's some blossoms down here. No beans yet, at least on this side. But the pods are opening up, so they should be growing fairly soon. Let me see. I know there was some on here. Yeah, there's some there. See them? They're still small. When I first planted these things like 20 years ago, planted them for the wife just before we got married, I think. Planted some in the backyard, did the same thing, trellis, put a trellis up. Pretty much same thing as this, except it didn't have it arched over the top to begin with. And I would leave in the work for morning, I'd water, leave for work in the morning, and I'd look at these things and they'd be, 4 or 5 inches long, and come home and they'd have already grown another 3 or 4 inches by the time I got home. So when it starts producing, you'll have a lot of beans or peas or whatever you want to call them. Cucumbers, I know we got some cucumbers on here somewhere. We got a lot of buds, blossoms in there. There's a little bee down there. But we'll be eating a lot of cucumbers, making a lot of tzatziki sauce and pickles, and eating them fresh, whatever. Look at all them bees. Going to town, ain't they? There's some different squash over here. I think these are kabocha and probably butternut, maybe. So it's kind of a mystery until they actually start growing squash on them. I think, tell them by the leaves, these are, I think this is kabocha, and I think this one over here is butternut. It's got kind of a whitish tint to the leaves there. I think those are the butternut. Mystery squash. That's stuff that just grew up out of nowhere. And you know it's squash by the leaf shape, and you just move them over. I think that's a regular squash right there. I think. Not 100% sure. There's our bitter melon or bitter gourd, balsam pear, ampalaya, whatever you want to call it, fuqua, whatever the Chinese name for it is, I don't know. Carelia in India. Haven't had good luck with those here lately. I found a pack of seeds in an old manila folder and planted those, and none of them came up. So I just bought some at when we went to the Asian market, and there's only like 5 seeds in the pack there, and 3 of them came up. So we got at least 3. Need to finish this trellis down here, because once these things take off, they'll do the same thing. They'll shoot up over the top here, kind of hang down. But So far, a little bit of okra, a lot of squash, a few tomatoes here and there. Everything got really late. I think we got a couple of eggplants too already. Not many. I think we got like 3 eggplants. 3 of the long Asian eggplants. We already ate those in the pock bet. We got coming up over here, got some oregano, basil, thyme, parsley. That parsley's pretty tasty. Bugs are eating the crap out of that basil there. Doesn't help being back here at the edge of the woods, but they get a little bit less sun here as the day goes long. But that's about it. It's looks pretty good now. If it rains, if we get a good rain, it stays pretty decent looking. It doesn't take long for these squash to start drooping and wilting or anything else. You know, of course, water's going to help with the growth, but you know, it is what it is. All right, that's enough. I'm just running my mouth now. So, if you like my content, please like, share, subscribe, comment, all that jazz, and we'll keep you posted on this stuff, either the bikes or the garden stuff or tractors or whatever. That's about all I do. My wife seems amazed that I have any subscribers at all because it's pretty damn dry stuff, you know.